Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be making some polka dot hoop earrings. We're going to use various supplies here, all stuff that you probably already have if you're a clay maker. And you can see here I'm just laying out some of the various things that I use. There's many different kinds of clay out there, but I really prefer Sculpey Souffle. That just seems to be my favorite. And then just various tools that you're going to need. A roller, some cutters, and then here I am getting a chunk of black. This Sculpey Souffle it's just the best. It doesn't break after you bake it, and it's easy to work with. It looks nice. It almost kind of has like a matte finish. And then, oh yes, I'm telling you the importance here of baby wipes because it leaves black. It leaves black everywhere, like on your tile, on your fingers. I am using a tile down below. I will just say that. In a couple of groups that I'm in, I've seen that people are struggling to get the clay off the glass. And I've never used glass. I've always used a tile. And so I know that just like a big old tile from like your local hardware store is the best. And then now I'm just actually kind of conditioning this clay. And then I'm going to create the tube shape that's going to be underneath our polka dots. And then this is not a good thing to use. I'm using my cutter, the flat edge of my cutter, to make this even. But really, I need to get myself like a piece of plexiglass or some kind of clear piece that I can see under that's like a rectangle so that I can, make this tube piece of clay just really even. And then this is the fun part. All you're going to do is just decide what colors you want. I'm picking an array of colors. This is kind of my palette for everything. When I sit down and decide how I'm going to get creative, these are the colors that I have in front of me. So I'm just taking some colors from my little scraps are there on the left. And I really like to get these used up because kind of sitting out, sometimes they get dusty. And yeah, I just don't like it when they get like that. So what I did is I just picked out all the colors, I cut them up, and then I just rolled them into little balls. And then came back to the camera, and now you can see that I'm just going to start placing them. This is such a fun process because you can the sky is the limit here. You can use whatever colors you want. I tend to go for always kind of like a myriad of colors instead of simple. I have a really hard time making things simple. I don't know why, I just like a lot of colors, so that's just my preference. But I think if you were to do this in black with just some white polka dots, that would be really cute too. It's also really important to keep your surface clean, so especially because the main color of this is black, be sure and lift that up, every once in a while and wipe under it with a baby wipe and let it dry and then come back down. That way your polka dots don't start to get little black smudges. Like you could see I just cut off a little black smudge. It just really helps keep your whole work surface really clean. Okay, so here is the finished product, almost. Now we're just going to start rolling this, and we're just working these little round polka dots into our earrings. And it's turning out really cute. Again, I need to find like a rectangular, if you guys know where I can get one, I need to find like a rectangular piece of acrylic or glass, something I can see through that I can roll this out evenly, because I was just trying to do my best here with my hands and with the cutter, and actually turned out okay. And then I used the middle cutter to make this shape, and I just made sure that they were both the same size and cut them evenly. And I'd say this next part is the trickiest part, just putting them on your baking sheet and trying to get the desired shape so that they both look good and that they're both even. And I really enjoy using parchment paper underneath my clay. I just feel like it doesn't stick to it, and it just bakes better that way. I've used tinfoil on the bottom before, and it doesn't always work out, so parchment paper is the way to go for me. And then, of course, I make a tent with tinfoil and put it on top of these when I bake it. And now I'm just using some of this alcohol on a Q-tip, and I'm just cleaning up these polka dots. You really can't see it in this video, but there is some spots where there was just a little bit of black or lint or fuzz, and that's totally normal. I keep my workspace really clean, but it just kind of settles, you know, from the house. And so I'm just coming through here. You don't need a lot, and you don't want to put a ton on here because then you'll start kind of, it'll start like the color will kind of start fading into the black and it just gets kind of muddy. So make sure you use as many Q-tips as you need to. Don't try to use one Q-tip for the whole thing and wipe it down because it will start to mix together. And then put your little tinfoil tent on top. I do this for all my projects because I've had things burn before. Even when I baked it at the right temperature recommended, or like my own temperature I was messing with, and it just tinfoil is the way to go. So this next part I'm going to use Gorilla Glue, and this is the gel form. And then I'm also going to use this UV resin, which I do use a light for this. There are different kinds of resin, but the kind that are UV activated seems to work the best. And this is really debatable, this part. There's going to be some people that are going to watch this and say, oh, it's not going to stay. But I've never had any earring posts come off this way, so I just keep using it. But there are some different ways I would like to try. Some people actually Dremel a hole into the clay here at the end, and then insert their posts with glue and then UV, or even do like an oven baked clay and bake them again. So it's really up to you how you want to do it, but this is the way I'm going to do it for this video. And you don't need a lot of glue, just enough to put your post on there. And then you need to let these definitely sit for like a good 30 minutes to an hour, or however long it takes for them to dry. It was really hot this day, so I think it was like 25 minutes and they were ready to go. And then I'm just taking some of this UV resin light. And again, I don't need a lot. And I'm just making sure that it's evenly spread out. And I really like this brand of UV resin because it doesn't discolor and it doesn't bother my skin. Sometimes even like metals can bother my skin, and this UV resin does really well. And now I'm just going to do the second one. And you'll see here in a second, I'm actually going to hold these in my hand in the light. And this light is made for like a salon, like getting acrylic nails done. But I'm actually going to hold it in there because I don't want that UV resin to start to drip before it cures. It cures really fast, right? Like I only need to keep it in this thing for like, I don't know, like 2 minutes, but you still need to hold it. So here I am doing a little fashion shoot and being silly with a bunch of cats around my feet. And so I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and please share with me on Instagram the projects that you make. And until next time, bye!